One of the key areas we wanted to focus on in CS6 was multicam. We've had multicam in Premiere Pro for some time, but up until 5.5 we were limited to a maximum of 4 camera angles. Of course, modern production uses a great deal more than that. So the great news about Premiere Pro CS6 is now the number of cameras is technically unlimited. Of course, it does depend on your system, and you need to make sure that your system is capable of the number of angles you want to play back, but we have put no limitations at all in the software for the number of angles that you can try. The second thing we heard was that setting up for a multi-camera edit in Premiere Pro was a little bit cumbersome, few too many clicks and not quite as intuitive as people might like. So we've really addressed that with that release. So let's firstly look at how easy it is to set up to commence your multi-camera edit. If you look in my project panel here, I've got 9 camera angles of my multicam shoot. So in order to get started working with them, I'm just going to click on the first one and then shift click down to the 9th camera angle. Then all I need to do is right click and choose Create Multi-Camera Source Sequence from the contextual menu. That gives me a number of options of how to synchronize the angles together. I can use just in points or out points, or time codes or markers. But because this multi-camera shoot was shot on DSLR, I don't have source timecode to synchronize to, so I'll just use my in points. Hit the OK button. That builds me my multicam source sequence and places it in the project panel for me. Now all I need to do is pick the source sequence up and drop it into a sequence, and I can go ahead and start editing multicam. One of the really nice things we've added in Premiere Pro CS6 is if you have an empty sequence, as I currently do right here, if you drop something onto that sequence whose settings do not match the sequence settings, Premiere's just going to ask you if you want to update the sequence to match the media. In this example, I'm just dropping a multicam source sequence on, but it would be exactly the same if I dropped a clip. So I'll pick it up, drop it into the destination sequence. Premiere Pro says, do you want me to change your sequence settings to match? Yes, please. Then all I need to do is open my multi-camera window, and now I can hit play. There's my 9 angles playing back, and I can just click through one at a time to make my edit decisions. If I zoom in on my timeline now, there's my multicam cuts, and of course if you think about it, because of these wonderful new trimming features we have, I can go ahead and really finesse those edits. Also, if I'm more of a keyboard driven, less of a mouse orientated editor, I can easily use my numeric keypad down here to switch between the camera angles. So multicam in CS6 removes the limitations of the number of camera angles and makes setting up and being creative that much faster.